And when we talk about aim, we want to make sure that we aim the club with the bottom edge or the leading edge, the bottom line of the golf club. We don't want to aim it, and I'm going to move the club here for you. We don't want to aim with this top line, because when I set this club on the ground, you're going to notice that the bottom line goes in one direction, but the top line actually moves off to the right. This is straight and square, and this is off to the right, pointing to the right. This is the beginning of learning how to aim. We'll aim with the bottom line of the club face. So if I started aiming the club with the top line, like so, and that was square to my target, the club face is actually closed, isn't it? So we want to try to promote a square face with the bottom edge. This is the beginning of aiming. Now there's more to aiming than that, and we're going to move on to that. But when we begin to aim the shot, we begin to aim the shot first with the leading edge or the bottom edge of the golf club square to our target. You'll notice my top line is straight and square, but the club face is actually aimed left. You'll notice the lines on the ball are going towards the target, and here's my club face going off to the left, but this is nice and straight. So remember, aim with that leading edge and that bottom line. We've been talking about our aiming portion. We're down to A and gasp. We've been talking about the club face. Of course, we want to aim that bottom line nice and square. I'm going to bring in one of our golf professionals to help us with this, with the body portion of it. We're going to talk about parallel lines or railroad tracks, and we're going to get the body nice and square when we help us aim. To help us out with this is Fred Cook. He's one of the golf professionals here at Coral Oaks. Freddie is a longtime instructor, site director of golf schools, head professional. Freddie, come on in and help us out. As you see, when we talk about aiming here, we talked about squaring the club face. So Freddie, if you would, set the club face down first. And then, as you notice, Fred's club face is square. We've laid these two clubs down to show you two parallel lines or railroad tracks. When we aim, that's what we want to try to do. We want to try to get on a set of railroad tracks or parallel lines, thinking that we want the club and the ball on one side of the track and all of our body, feet, knees, hips, shoulders, toes, square or on the other side of the track, parallel on the other side of the track. So Freddie, I'm going to have you walk out and walk in again, square the face, and then go back through and square your feet, square your knees, square your hips, square your shoulders, and we'll give them a good idea. I think we have a good aiming point here, this red flag. Hopefully Freddie's aimed at it. And you'll notice here's his square face. He's got the ball and the club on one side of the track. His body is parallel to that on the other side of the track. Now you'll notice I'm going to walk around here. Freddie might have his left foot a little off the line. His knees are nice and square. His hips are nice and square. His shoulders are nice and square. I'll make a mistake every once in a while, and this is me, and we see this with a lot of people, is they'll get everything nice and square, and they'll have their shoulders over here. So now they've aimed the club face pretty well, their foot line pretty well, but when they start to swing, if their shoulders are aimed that way, where are they going to swing? They're going to swing out and across, and if they get their shoulders nice and square, they might have a better chance to swing slightly in, on line, and slightly in. So it's really important that we get our feet square, our toes square, our hips square, our shoulders square, our knees square, along our parallel lines or our railroad tracks. And remember, aim that face first. Thank you, Fred.